Good morning. This is the Elliott Wave morning update for the S&P 500. And I'm going to start on the 4-hour chart. And obviously the markets are rallying a little bit. And so I'm going to just, starting here on the 4 hour, so you can see we're still doing the WXY that I put as a minor wave A of the intermediate wave 4. Now, the fact that we're doing 5 up right here concludes to me that we're very likely doing, well, going to be a zigzag for the minor B wave, and the possibility that we're going to get back up to close to the existing high, which is 61.85, exists. But let me break this down, take it down to the hourly chart, and we can see that we got 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 came down. It was very clean. Finished up yesterday on the close, actually. And so now we're moving up to finish this up. And likely we might get up to that resistance at 60.41. We have a little bit other. Let me just add one more. Nope, that's not the one I want. I want this one. I'm going to add 4, 5. So that may come in a little bit higher than what we are expecting, simply because of the size. So what we have coming inside of all of this, and let me set the colors so that we're correct. And we're going to be taking out all of these because we are already above the 50%. And so we're going to go there. Now, one thing that I actually have to continue to allow for is an irregular. So if the B wave comes in as an irregular, and we're seeing more of those, or at least in formation, but it's going to help us in a couple of ways, and I will demonstrate that. So here we have for the balance of what we're coming in. And what I've done is I've connected Fibonacci sequence to the 5th wave. And how we run those is that the 5th wave is compared to the 1st wave. The most common, of course, is equality, where wave 5 equals 1, and that would be 60.70, so 6,070. And more likely, though, we're kind of coming up here to 618, which is also probably the second most common, and that's at 6,028 or 29. But then we have, for the minor degree, we do have also resistance at 60.41. And as we came in today, let me just kind of pull this over to my other screen so we can take a look, and then take it down so that the screen actually comes back. There we go. And so I want to go in and I want to take a look to see if we've actually, I should have them. So let me take a look at this to add our levels for today. So what in the ES, what we're looking at right now is that we have the call wall at 60.39, so that remains there. So if we break above that call wall, it really could give us an indication, number one, that what we are continuing to run our alternate count, which would be that wave 3, minute wave 3, completed here at the December highs, and that we've not completed minor wave 5 or the intermediate 3rd wave. So the 3 would move over to here, the 4 would move down to here, and we're in the beginning stages of that minor 5th wave. Now, what that's going to suggest, again, well, if we break above the call wall and a large gamma position also right there, then we're going to get this push that's going to continue to push the market higher. So that's at 60.39, excuse me. And then the SPX at 6,000. And so once it gets above there, the next resistance will be 60.42 or 60.41 right here. But we will really have completed 5 up. And it may start to suggest that it's going to be minute wave A, or it's going to be a minute wave 1. So we're going to keep those together. We're going to keep it all in mind and just see how the market reacts. If it is the wave A, then we're going to be looking for a stronger pullback in the form of the B wave before we come back up in wave C. Now, if we just take a quick look at our moving averages, and for that, I usually go out to the daily to see what they look like. And you can see that they're starting to respond a little bit. The 8 is now moving up with more strength. Excuse me. And so we have the 50 still very flat. That's the part that kind of concerns me, that we're seeing decent move, but it's not beginning to pull this 50. And it needs to do that. The 20 needs to get above the 50, and we need to continue to move higher. Then we'll be in alignment. Once this crosses over and this crosses over, we should be in alignment to go up. Right now, it's not there. All right, so that's going to be it for this morning. Our next update will be the weekly update, which will be posted later this afternoon, this evening.